Stay alert. I never used to fight this much, until I met you.
And you actually appear to still have your wits about you. Few have emerged from the forest who are not fleeing in terror. I can only imagine how dark it must be. All the same, this is no safe haven. Drilladun Pass is overrun with skeletons, led by the undead form of Prince Naaman himself.
He was.
Some of our soldiers said they saw Naaman leading his skeleton army into the pass. But that was some time ago, before our forces were scattered. Now the undead near the gates of Marbrook itself. The city may soon be overrun.
Our biggest problem is that some of our forces were cut off, surrounded in the old merchant tunnels. Making matters worse, Main Akus-Ri was with them. We need someone to fight their way into the tunnels and find a way to get the Main to safety.
The incessant clamor of the undead at the gate finally stops, and you come through the gate. It is a relief to finally see someone new from among the living. Is Akus-Ri correct in thinking you have come to our aid? Good, very good. The tunnel is cleared then, yes? Akus-Ri is eternally grateful. He can make it back to Marbrook and send reinforcements to hold the tunnel. The far greater concern is discovering what has prompted the undead to attack. Yes, this one saw the prince with his own eyes. He is no longer Naaman though. He has been raised and possessed by some darkness. Even so, Akus-Ri does not understand. The prince ordered his forces to attack, and then he disappeared. No one knows, but if destroying Marbrook were his goal, You would expect the prince to remain, yes? No. The prince planned something else, and his plans must be uncovered. You are clearly capable. I think you should undertake this task. You must consult with Indenir. He has already been considering this question. Akuzri must warn you. Indenir is very strange, even for a Bosmer. But this one has never met an elf with such understanding of nature. Come, let me introduce you. Indenir, the tunnel is finally clear. Akuzri will return to Malbruk and send soldiers to reinforce this location.
Yes, that makes sense. Perhaps it's better if I go out into the pass and try to discover why Naaman ordered the undead to attack in the first place.
Yes, both of you go. Find out what Naaman is planning and report to Malbruk. Don't try to do all this on your own. And of course, may bright moons light your path.
I appreciate the main sentiment and the support of the Dominion, but ultimately, it falls on us to protect Valenwood. Since the Sylvanar's death, I get the sense that Queen Irene feels she owes us something. But we Bosmer are not helpless. Of course not, and I'm grateful for your assistance. It's true that I can't do this alone. I just think marching the entire army into the forest would be a mistake. Come though, we mustn't tarry. We must discover the Shade's true motivation. I don't think it's that simple. The Shade has assumed Naaman's form. It retains some of Naaman's memories, but it's a different entity now, with different motivations. The Shade is undead, so we must consult the dead to discern its intentions. Drilladun Pass is old. Many Bosmer died here, and some cannot be raised by any magic. They are the accursed souls who violated the Green Pact. Come with me and we will try to commune with them. Perhaps they will know what the Shade truly plans. Oh, there are many ways. Perhaps they cut down a tree, or ate berries from the local plants. Sometimes their intentions were good, but Valenwood is unforgiving. If they violate the pact, they cannot pass from this plane. No, they are tethered to their remains, and they cannot pass into death, nor can they return to life. Thus they remain witness to all that transpires among living and dead alike, but unable to participate. Come, let us see what they know of Naaman. I've been underground too long. I can't wait to get back out into the forest. I think we're in luck. Though most of the local wildlife has fled from the undead, the torchbugs have remained. Many people do not know this, but torchbugs are among the most perceptive creatures in the forest. They're amazing. I can ask one of them to lead you to the remains of the cursed dead. If you can find the skulls or some such, bring them to the stone table. I will go ahead and prepare so we can commune with them. Just trust me on this. It'll work. You'll see. Let's see if I can speak to this one. Come here, little one. Yes, that would be so helpful, thank you. Off it goes. Follow it to find the skulls and then meet me at the stone table. Once the skulls are placed, I can speak with them to find out what they know. You who were condemned, hear me. Your only hope of being released is to tell us why the dead have been risen.
Ha! We need no release. The Shade of Naaman heralds a new age, an age where we will be restored, and you are the ones who will be judged.
Hold on, how do you know that? Did the Shade actually tell you that?
He doesn't have to. When the forest is transformed, who do you think will inhabit the Shadowwood? We will.
Naaman does not have the power to release any of you, but I do. Help us and you'll have your chance at freedom.
I'll tell you, don't listen to that fool. The Shade seeks to corrupt the forest, to create a new realm. It's called the Shadowwood.
Hope we find some. What would you like to talk? We've already been through.
I suspected something like this. It explains what we've seen. The Shade of Naaman does not seek destruction, it seeks transformation. We need to close these shadow rifts quickly. First though, I promise their souls release. Not easily, but I promise them. Since I will fulfill the sentence, I think you should decide whether any of them should be released.
We told you what you wished to know. Little good that it will do you. But we were promised release. Please, you must release me. I shifted, which is strictly forbidden by the Green Pact. I was cocky, did it to prove that I could, that's all. It was a mistake. I understand that now. Please, I've suffered enough.
It's odd to watch the slaughter of your people through the empty sockets of your own skull. My family was slaughtered by the Wood Orcs, and I burned down their village, every last structure, every last tree for revenge. I shouldn't have harmed the forest. I should have rallied my people in a morning war and feasted on my enemies.
Fool, do you not see what's upon you? Look around. The shadow will consume all Tamriel and usher in a new age. An age where the dead will be redeemed and the living will suffer. The other races laugh at us. Why do we depend on them for wood we could easily take for ourselves? The Green Pact is for the weak. We are not the servants of the forest. The Green should serve us.
It pains me to see the forest suffer like this. I can sense the Green itself calling out for vengeance. Glad that's done. The pleading of the condemned is almost too much to bear. One way or another, they are returned to the forest. I won't question your judgment. Their fates are decided, but the fate of Valenwood is what concerns me. These shadow rifts the skulls mentioned, we must close them quickly. That's where the Shade's realm is bleeding into ours. I haven't quite figured that out. I can feel them, though. They feel like wounds in the forest. I have some small ability to mend the Green, but it requires all of me. I'm going to need your protection. However many rifts they open, I will close them all, every one.
Leave the shadow rifts alone or you will suffer for it. Resist, living one. You meddle with forces you cannot understand. You go too far. Now you will experience the Shadowwood for yourself.
What foul magic is this? Is this the Shadowwood? It is. This is what the Shade seeks, to transform Valenwood into this, a realm of darkness and evil. It's inconceivable. I do not know. I never imagined this realm would be so elaborate. How could he create this? Where does he get such power? We have to stop this, whatever it takes. Perhaps we can find the source of it. Yes, we must. Perhaps there is a gateway back to our realm, back to Valenwood. Some place where life and death intersect. That's it! The stone table! I must go. I'll meet you there.
I hope you like it here. You're about to become a permanent resident.
It seems our circumstances are even worse than I imagined. The corruption of the Shadowwood expands across the forest. I fear it's too late to contain it. We must find the Shade of Naaman himself, here on this plane, if we are to stop him. I know not, but I certainly aim to find out. First, though, you must report what we've learned to Marbrook. We need to at least keep them informed. Don't worry, when the time is right, the forest will help me find you again. Until then, be safe. Don't take long. We must press on with our efforts.
Can't believe my eyes. The undead are actually receding. For a while there, I thought you were making a last stand here. I'm betting it wasn't our brilliant tactics that drove them away, though. Conquering Marbrook wasn't their top priority, was it? Then it's as the main suggested. Magical forces are at work here that we can't fight with sheer numbers. I shouldn't be surprised. I'm just glad we have you and Indenir on our side to sort this out. Yes, I think maybe Ifri smiles on us after all. I wish this victory didn't feel so hollow. Other than keeping the undead at bay, it seems there's little we can do to battle this darkness. We are here to support you and Indenir, though, if you need us. Are you going to rejoin him now? That's Indenir for you. Always trying to shoulder all the burden himself. We can't let him get away with that, though. There's whispers that Naaman's actually been raised as a lich, and if that's the case, Indenir's definitely going to need you. One of the spinners said Naaman was a lich and was at Hectorheim. You and Indenir should go there too when time allows. For now, though, Indenir's bound to be in Verant Morass or Dreadful Lane. You should catch up with him. He needs you. Indenir's a real piece of work, isn't he? I always thought he was half mad. They say he has the green in his blood, but most things that man does, I just don't understand. Recently, though, I've realized just how fortunate we are to have him. Mad as he is, I thought he came from the Bramblebreach clan, but some said it was Woodhearth. Truth is, no one knows. Even heard he was raised by an old grot oak, cradled in its roots, weaned on the dew from its leaves. He's a mystery, all right.
This one will remain behind to aid the injured, but you will see a Kuzri again soon.
I'm not paying them enough to fight orcs. They are orcs! They should be used to it! And my betrothed is out there! Yes, she's been kidnapped. Her name's Erinal. She's a wood elf. I know, a Bosmer and an Ultima. It's no wonder I can only hire orcs to help. But Erinal, she's so strong. She's like the city walls. Ah, yes. I have her flute from our courtship. We used it to meet secretly in the woods. When you play it, you hear the music from its twin. I tried to use it to find her, but I just got lost. I'm not cut out for traipsing around the woods. Remember, just play the flute and you'll hear an echo from Erinal's counterpart. Please save my betrothed. Not well, though they already accused me of having a weak bloodline. So their derision was more limited accusations of going native and the occasional off-the-cuff reference to bestiality than outright threats. Until now. It's madness, I know. But she wouldn't just get lost. She's known this forest from her youth, and the Eight know there's enough Ultima who don't approve. The Bosmer were tight-lipped, but I pieced together something about morning kidnappings, listening to rumors around town. Please help me find her.
Ignore my brother. We're professionals. Laros isn't paying us enough to fight orc warbands, much less haul this cooking bowl around.
I don't care for this job. I'm just here for the free food.
are you? What are you doing here? You need to get out before the others return from their raid. Why, Ifray, he gave you the flute to find me? I'm sorry, but my old life is over. I was so absorbed in the little love-struck world we made for ourselves, I forgot mine and its needs. The fallen Esti faithful lost a tribeswoman, and as is the custom, they sought a captive in a mourning war to replace the lost. I have a new life now, a new family, new duties. It's a trial to ensure I'm a fitting replacement for the lost tribeswoman. It's nothing for me to escape these bonds, but if I flee, they will capture another. Besides, I belong here, not in that city of stone. I love LaRose, but I'm a wood elf. You sound like LaRose, always full of noble ideals. He's right, though. I've been afraid. I've been running from us. I'll go back to Marbrook. Maybe I'll see you there.
I'm glad they're dead. I don't care who hears me. Halalin won't stop screaming in my head.
What we did, murdering an entire family, is this what Ifray demands?
Did you find her? Please tell me you did. Or at least that you didn't lose the flute. It's the only memory of her I have. I wish you'd accompanied her. But she is strong. Like a stampede of mammoths. I know. I should stick to administrative work. Thank you so much.
A search party won't be necessary, LaRose. It seems you still have much to learn about me.
Arenal, I'm so glad to see you. Though your presence is something of a surprise. I should have known you'd navigate the woods with ease.
You should have, my sweet. And if you ever call me delicate again, well, those aren't words for polite company.
Indeed, my dear. You have me at a loss again. Thank you again. The preparations for the wedding have been made, and so far we have only been hit with tomatoes and not rocks.
You've reminded me of my purpose. I'm sorry I ever forgot it. I hope LaRose will forgive me.
Curse that mammoth. How is something that big so elusive? Tread lightly now. The timber mammoth is as rare and skittish as they come. I nearly had it, but the damn birds spooked it. That's what I said, isn't it? The mammoth went into the water and I lost its trail. Care to try your hand at tracking it? Crouch low and look for traces of its passing. Mammoths aren't the most graceful creatures. Look for tracks, broken branches, and the like. Track it, kill it, and bring me its tusk as proof.
Nice hole.
Was your hunt successful? Not bad at all, to kill a rare specimen such as that. You'd make a fine member of the Hounds someday. They're a company of trophy hunters. I've been with them for years now, and I've never seen anyone as quick a study as you. I haven't seen tracking like that since Harris was leader of the Hounds. A legendary hound. He's obsessed with this mythical Sench, but his hunting companions never return. I heard he was near Varant Morass.
Don't mind me. Just your average traveling peddler of sundries, I swear. I can prove it, too. Have a look at my wares, you'll see.
Full of interesting history. I should try looking it up later.
Hey, I know you. Indenir mentioned you. You've come along at just the right time. Or I guess it's the wrong time. The forest that way is blighted. Indenir's looking into it. I'm not supposed to let anyone through, but I can make an exception. Someone has to warn the pilgrims, and for some reason Indenir won't let me enter. He's very particular about the forest. A little off, even for a Bosmer, if you ask me.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
Stay away! It's not safe here! I'm glad you're here. I've been trying to help these poor people, but it's futile. There's a blight here that's turned them into rabid beasts. These Bosmer may be beyond aid, but we must find a way to stop the blight from spreading. Undoubtedly, it's the corruption of Prince Naaman's shade, spreading through the forest and somehow affecting the people here. The blight emanates from the trees, which may offer us an opportunity to at least contain it using the Standing Stones. Long ago, before the Green Pact, the Standing Stones were used to protect the people from the aggression of the forest. If we can activate the stones, it could prevent the trees from spreading the blight to anyone else. We must work quickly, my friend. Clearly, the blight doesn't affect all Bosmer, but if anyone wanders into this area, I suspect there is a strong chance they will become afflicted. If we forbid a scouting party of Vinedusk Rangers comes here. I can't be sure, but I suspect it's our people's connection to the green that allows us to be infected. Other races will be immune. It also seems that some Bosmer can resist the blight. For that, I have no explanation whatsoever. Attempting to corrupt my mind. I've never felt anything like this. Even the water here seems to be somehow tainted. The corruption has spread to these plants as well. It's like they're dead, but not dead at the same time. The corruption is coming from the den of the eldest. We need to get there, quickly.
Can never have enough of that.
If the eldest has been corrupted, then everything in this area, every plant, every creature, and every person will soon become corrupted as well. I can't imagine how this blight can so easily penetrate the forest's protections. It is an ancient plant, a strangler. It's been here from the beginning. It's the lifeblood of the forest in this area. If the eldest is truly tainted, then regardless of the Green Pact, we must slay it. I don't think so. We must consider the significance of the Green Pact as a whole. At its core, it's a covenant in which we protect the Green and the Green protects us. In this case, we must cut off the limb to save the trunk. It's the only way. Not without assistance. After we've killed it, you must remove its heart. We may be able to use that to grow a new strangler to take the eldest's place.
You can destroy the eldest, but you cannot have the heart. It belongs here in the Shadowwood. You will bring it to me.
And we find ourselves here once again. It's so unnatural. It makes me feel queasy. The eldest's heart must be the nexus that ties this plane to ours. I suspect it is also tethered to Naaman's servant, the one who addressed us. We have no choice, though it sounds as if we risk handling the eldest's heart back over to the enemy. Perhaps, though, we might also purge more of the blight while we were in this realm. That might help us both here and there. The trees in the forest. The taint came from the eldest, but it has undoubtedly spread to the spirits of the trees themselves. If we can slay the corrupted tree spirits, more of the forest may be spared. The eldest's heart can help us. The heart's energy could help you slay the tree spirits, but I'm actually not sure that will be a good idea. If we use the heart this way, it will be corrupted. It would destroy any chance of using it to grow a replacement for the eldest. Thank you for understanding. I do not wish to make this any harder, but I feel that compromising the eldest's heart would be wrong. Go on then, kill the corrupted tree spirits. I will search for Naaman's servant.
But now I'm going to.
Count your victories while you may. Your every step brings them home. Bring me the heart, and I will grant you a merciful death. Maybe. Your hopeless heroism ends here.
It wasn't easy, but we did it. We stopped the blight from spreading, defeated Naaman's servant, and we still have the heart we can use to grow a replacement for the eldest. All things considered, this went as well as I could have hoped. Thankfully, your efforts within the Shadowwood saved many of them. But there is still much corruption in the forest. I can feel it. Our work is far from finished. Here, I'll take the heart now. May the green bring our paths together once more, friend. Their rage has subsided, but they remain touched by the corruption. They will never be themselves again. But we can care for them and give them comfort. It is the least of our duty.
Now, where did he run? Well, aren't you the bold one? Running around this part of the forest. You've got to be either fearless or just plain foolhardy. Haven't you seen the undead? I'm a Vine Desk Ranger, and I'm not even sure I'm safe here. Ah, yes, you're the one he mentioned. He'll be glad you're here. The Veiled Heritants were one thing, but the undead are too much. They're Blackroot clan. They were a cruel lot even when they were living, and now they're even worse. Don't ask me. We're at a standstill as far as I'm concerned. I'm not even sure what's at stake. Until I know more, we're hunkering down here. Indane has been running around, though. He's probably got a plan, but you two are on your own for now. You know, he comes and goes. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Did she tell you? One of the greatest mysteries of Valenwood has finally been solved. Decades of conflicting rumors have been put to rest. We finally know what happened to the Blackroot clan. They died, right here in Verlaine. Yes, once again the work of Naaman's Shade and the Veiled Heritants. And yes, I do realize we need to return them to rest, but I'm hoping we can uncover more about what happened here while we do. Are you ready to get to work, my friend? The Blackroot clan warriors are even more bloodthirsty in death than they were in life. But there are also other spirits here, glimmers from the past, crying out for help. I think they're trying to show us something. We need to watch them.
Can never have enough of that.
Look for the glimmers of the past I spoke of. Hopefully they will help us figure out how to put the Blackroot clan back to rest. What's that over there?
Alfirian, General Malgoth and the rest of the Blackroot troops are almost upon us.
No, that plan is madness!
Silence, Glonia. Our sacrifice today will ensure our sister villages live on.
Let's watch.
Elfie, I can't do this. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
It's all right, Glenril. The poison itself is slow. The black root will have cut our throats long before you felt its effects. Here, we'll drink it together, and I'll fight by your side till the end.
Until the end.
Now, to battle!
That's the last of them, General. The village is clear.
An easy victory. Verlaine is the first to fall, but there will be more. Now, per the meat mandate, let us feast on the fallen. Prepare the cave temple. It's a suitable place for a celebration.
Another one.
General Morgoth, the troops. Half of them are dead. The other half
are dying, including us. This is poison. The villagers poisoned themselves to poison us.
What do you mean?
The meat mandate, you idiot. Elthyria knew she couldn't win on the field, but she'll still manage victory. To the Nereid Temple. Perhaps we can beg a cure.
Another scene.
Rise, my soldiers. Back to your bodies and take up
arms. Why do you command us from the ooze?
A powerful one, unknown to me, has stolen my bow. It invoked the right of theft and commanded we march against the Dominion.
By your command.
Soldiers,